If your heart is strong, keep watching till the end. And if you dare, turn off the lights and enjoy today's story. 5 friends went on a simple road trip, but one hit on the road opened the gates to a nightmare. A disfigured man with a chainsaw hunts them one by one, each death worse than the one before. And the twist, the monster was closer to them than anyone, and because of one of them, the ending began. They were 5 friends: Nada, Kareem, Hassam, Sarah, and Marwan. They decided to escape the city noise and go on a small trip to a quiet mountain. But sometimes, quiet is just a curtain hiding something waiting to wake up. In the middle of the road, the car shook violently like it hit something huge. They stepped out to check, but found no body. What they did find was a long trail of blood across the asphalt, as if someone had been dragged deep into the darkness. They laughed nervously and kept driving. 10 minutes later, they saw an old, rusty sign with carved words: "Turn back or be carved." They thought it was a joke until the road ahead was blocked by the 2 halves of a slaughtered animal, clearly cut by a chainsaw. That's when he stepped out of the darkness, a huge man, body deformed, half his face burnt, one eye glowing, holding a chainsaw with a sound deeper than any machine, and a smile deeper than any curse. They ran to the car, but the chainsaw smashed through the back glass, slicing into the frame. They had no choice but to flee into the forest. And there, they died one by one. Marwan sprinted to a tall tree and climbed like a maniac. The monster stood below, silent. Then suddenly, he cut the tree in half with a chainsaw. The tree fell, and Marwan fell with it. Before he could scream, the chainsaw drove through his chest and out his back, and his voice went silent forever. Sarah ran between the trees. She thought she was safe. But suddenly a huge hand grabbed her by the neck and dragged her into the darkness. No scream. No sound. Nothing. Minutes later, her blood dripped from the top of a tall tree, and pieces of her clothes hung from a branch no human could reach. Hassam ran toward the road, desperate to reach the car. But the monster reached him first. He grabbed him by the shoulder and sliced the chainsaw from his collarbone down to his hip, splitting his body in a single swing. His scream came out, but never finished. Kareem tried to protect Nada. He stood with a stick, ready to fight. The monster grabbed Kareem by the chin and lifted his head. And in one brutal motion, he ran the chainsaw from under the jaw up to the center of the skull. Kareem dropped to his knees, his blood soaking the earth. Nada hid under a big rock, her breathing shaky and broken. The monster found her, turned off the chainsaw, and removed the mask from his face. It was Sarah's father. His voice was colder than the night. "You were the reason. You laughed the day of the accident. You started the end." He leaned close to her ear. "The last sound you'll ever hear is the truth." He turned the chainsaw back on and slowly cut her from the shoulder down to her stomach. That was the end for all 5 of them. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to follow for more.